As the wildfires continue to ravage Southern California, bogus information is spreading online. We saw claims the Hollywood sign was in flames, looters were calmly walking out of homes with TVs, and confusion over a picture that's not even from California. Scammers are feeding on this misinformation, trying to take advantage of victims. Melissa Mahtani is the executive producer of CBS News Confirmed. She is here to help us sort fact from fiction. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So how can people tell when something is real? I know this is like the basic focus of your life's work, but especially in terms of a natural disaster, what should people be looking for?
Right, so in times of natural disasters, it gets more difficult because people are very emotional, they're vulnerable, so they're not thinking properly, right? Let's take a look at the images that you just showed, and let's go through them one by one, and I'll give you some clues.
Okay.
So the first one is the Hollywood sign on fire, right? Now, this is actually AI generated. There were various versions of this. One of them was quite obvious. It actually had the Grok logo at the bottom, and Grok is X's AI generated image tool, so that was kind of a giveaway. Some of them were quite realistic, though, especially if you've only seen the Hollywood sign in the movies. So what do? You check the source. Who is the account or the person that is sharing this information, and why? Do they have a track record of sharing reliable information? Second, check official sources. So the Hollywood sign is so famous that it actually has its own social media account, and it was saying that no, the Hollywood sign is not on fire. Equally, fire tracking apps, so showing where the fires were in California, they clearly showed that there were no fires around the sign, so that's like another giveaway. Now, if those sound like too much work to do, the easiest and most simple thing to do is just Google it. Like, is the Hollywood sign on fire, right? You get off social media, you go and cross-check what other media is saying, and you'll very quickly see if something is, gaining traction, if it's real or not. That's quite a simple one.
And don't spread it.
And don't spread it.
Right.
You need to pause before you share this stuff, right? Because people want to take advantage of you. They want you to kind of see something, share it. It gives them more followers. Sometimes it's for, a gain for them that could be nefarious. So if we move on to the next one, you'll begin to understand why. This image purported to show a mosque with a red roof that had survived all the fires and stood standing in California. Actually, this image is an old image shared as if it was new, and it's of a red-roofed house that survived the Hawaii fires in 2023. Wow. Now, do you guys remember the last time I was here and we were talking about tools you could use? Yeah. And we talked about a reverse image search, right? So that is essentially a Google image. It's a Google image search, but it's a Google search for images. It sounds complicated. But you could put this picture in and you would see the history of where it had been posted, and you would see that it actually came from Hawaii. If you didn't want to put the image in, you could, again, just Google red-roofed mosque, did it survive California? Very simple thing to do, right? But again, check the source. Who is posting this? This was from a religious account. So again, why might they be trying to do that? Sometimes, the person who's receiving it, they might want to believe that a mosque had survived. So you need to pause, you need to check your emotions. But this third one, this is quite difficult, and I will say it's very easy to do. This was video. I believe we can show it. And this was video that was shared with a misleading caption, but the video is actually real. And this was basically friends who were helping family evacuate their house. So you could see a guy in a hoodie who was helping move stuff out of the house. Yeah. This video was shared saying looting. And again, this is where you really need to pause and check your emotions. Oftentimes, people are posting inflammatory content, right? Because it's something that people want to believe and they'll share it very, very quickly. But you need to do your due diligence. Pause, check who's sharing it, think about why, check your emotions, check official sources, and cross-check the information that you're seeing online.
Lots of checking.
The world involves a lot of checking. Yeah, that's why they say do your research, I guess. Is your job changing in any way now that Meta is going to stop independently fact-checking? So they had partnered with these organizations. They've later said that they thought they weren't good organizations for this job. Now the community will do its own fact-checking. How does that change your job? And what advice do you have for people who are in that community who are going to be fact-checking themselves?
Absolutely. So in terms of our job, we are always checking ourselves and not relying on other people. But for people who are out there, our viewers, this is going to mean that they need to take more control of what I call their media diet. right? So all the tips that I just ran through, this needs to become second nature to people. And CBS News Confirmed has put together a quick checklist so people can, at home, can take a screenshot of this and just run through each thing that I talked about. So check the source. Are they reliable? Do they have a track record of being reliable? You want to check the date, because as I just talked about, there's old media that is often shared as new. Yeah. You want to cross-check your information, Google it, see what other news outlets are saying about it. And this one is the last one, but it's really the most important, is check your emotions. Pause. We're all guilty of seeing a headline on social media and sharing it.
Especially at a time like this. And follow CBS Confirmed on social media, which I do.
Exactly.
Yes, thank you so much, Melissa.
Yeah, appreciate it.